passionate, persistent, and powerful. These are just some of the words that describe Dr. Mavis Burke, an immigrant to Canada who not only accomplished a great deal over her career, but who has also created a legacy to help improve the quality of life for children in Canada and in her native Jamaica as well. Through an illustrious career, Mavis Burke has worked with many people, always leaving a lasting impression.
I think Mavis is one of the most incredible women I have ever met. You never say no to Mavis. Her interests are with the children, her heart is with the children of Canada and Jamaica, and she does everything in her power to make sure that they are well fed, well educated, and good citizens.
Dumplings? Oh! Dumplings! Oh, yeah, some callaloo! Whoa! Green callaloo!
Proper nutrition in children has proven to be a vital ingredient for proper learning development. Jamaica's Ministry of Education tries to ensure that well-balanced and planned meals are made available for school children. At the basic school level, cooperative assistance is always welcome.
The Rotary Club of Ocho Rios accepts money from P.A.C.E. Canada to build kitchens and to spread to other schools to put in equipment, but they are the conduit for the money to come from Canada to do the building here on the island.
When I get a letter from a school saying, thank you, we bought a fridge, it makes me feel good that, 30 children now have access to cold water and more hygienic food. You buy a fridge, it's not for 1 or 2 years, it's going to last a long time. Therefore, I think the impact is even greater than we think, because the things that we do will last 5-10 years as far as the school is concerned.
Financing for lunchtime meals comes primarily from Jamaica's Ministry of Education. Parents who can afford it are also asked to contribute money to assist in the feeding of their children.
Most of the children here are from working home, the parents work, and I think it's the only hot meal that they would get for the day. So we try to make it as nutritious as we can to accommodate what they would subsidize it, because sometimes when the parents get home, it's just time for them to go to bed, or they are already sleeping, so they would just get a snack like a milk or something, but they would have had something substantial at school. So we insist on a good nutrition program.
I think that anybody will recognize that the future of any country are the children, and that in order for them to function properly, to become good citizens, they have to be well educated, and they cannot be well educated unless they're properly fed. If they have hungry tummies, they're not going to sit in class and they're not going to learn.
The Women for P.A.C.E. help support education at the grassroots level in many ways. They provide early childhood education student grants to selected students in both Canada and Jamaica.
We contribute $1,000 Canadian per year to a scholarship in Jamaica called the DRB Grant Scholarship. He was a famous Jamaican educator who had the idea that early childhood education was the most important, because that was the first school and therefore the most influential.
The Dudley Grant Trust has a committee that looks at the applications, and they must do well academically, but they must be involved in community work, and then those persons are chosen.
One Canadian student who was awarded the bursary chose to do her apprenticeship in her native homeland, Jamaica.
Prior to my going back to Jamaica, I hadn't been there for 10 years, and financially I wouldn't have been able to do it on my own. Also, my purpose for going was what my involvement or engagement currently was, which was working with young children, empowering them to be the best they can be. So there was an opportunity to go home, see family, do something from a humanitarian perspective of giving back a little bit to the country of birth. And thirdly, to do it through an organization that had the same passion that I myself had. My first day in class, I said, "Good morning, boys and girls, and how are you? My name is Miss Rhooms." And a little one put his hand up and said, "Teacher, I don't understand you." And I thought, wow, how am I going to deal with this? Because it's my voice, it's my accent as such.
What's the next letter? S.
We just partnered with George Brown College 2 years ago to send early childhood education students from George Brown to Jamaica for a 1-month learning at basic schools in Jamaica. And we also bring students up here to partake of some of the advances in early childhood education through the George Brown program.
Who can tell me what day is today?
I talked to the students that went down on the exchange program to Jamaica, the first group of kids that went with George Brown. And they couldn't believe the passion of the teachers in Jamaica. They're teaching with nothing. You know, they had cornflakes boxes that they'd cut out the alphabet out of to teach the kids the alphabet or pictures. And you know, when you go to that level of I guess effort to use whatever you have in your scope to teach kids, it just shows, you know, the determination to learn. And I think it's just very hard to see all that and not get turned on by the enthusiasm of the kids to learn. So.